All right, all right. What is good? What is good? What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Of course, you know who I is. The good doc, Dr. Mike, back again, once again, with another classic, entertaining video for the last today. Through and showing love. Definitely appreciate those that come back. Doc's a little late to his own birthday party. Whoop de doo. Like I said, man, I definitely enjoyed myself a lot the previous night. And like I said, these early morning live streams, Philippine time, they get you, boy. But I'm happy to be here, man. So blessed to be here on Earth another year. It's been a great year. It's been a great YouTube year. Growth, family, all you guys are awesome. I need a quick update on whether you guys can hear me or not. This is my mic test, my mic check. I need you guys to let me know if I can be heard. If I cannot, I will be glad to do some stuff to make it happen. Okay, so y'all make sure y'all let me know if I could be heard or if I cannot be heard. All right. I'm waiting for the response. But anyways, official time check. We're looking at about 9:10 in the PM Eastern Standard Time, which makes it about 8:10 Central, 6:10 for everybody repping that West Coast, and of course 10:10 in the AM Philippine Standard Time. Wherever you are in the world tonight, thank you guys, and thank you guys for joining the Good Doc on this venture, man. I appreciate all the birthday wishes and well wishes and all that good stuff. I appreciate you guys. You guys are an awesome group. I don't care what nobody says. Some people be like, Doc, you don't appreciate your people. Trust me, I appreciate y'all. All right. But let's skip the formalities for a minute and let's talk about something that I thought would be a great subject to discuss on my beer day. All right. In the Philippines, they call it your beer day. Happy beer day. You know, because that's the day where people normally get drunk. It's no different than any other day of the year for an average person. But for me, it's special because I don't drink. I don't really do too much. But I wanted to have this particular conversation with you guys. I wanted to spend some time with y'all before I go on and enjoy the rest of the festivities. Again, we're going to talk about Philippines withdrawal, or the withdrawal that you get from leaving the Philippines. And I want you guys to understand loud and clear that this struggle is most definitely the realest struggle that any man could possibly go through. Excuse me. You know, I got a little tickle in my throat. My bad. But anyways, back to what I was saying until I really interrupted myself. Withdrawal from the Philippines, man. Probably one of the worst feelings that any man could possibly ever go through. A while back, some of you may remember this, some of you may not, but a while back I made a video about the reasons why I cried when I left the Philippines. That would be part one. Like I said, appreciate the birthday wishes. I'm gonna shout you guys out in a minute. But like I said, I did that video a while back, part one of the reasons why I cried when I left the Philippines. You know, and I felt that some people got a nice little chuckle out of it. You know, it was a good laugh. You know, it was something to laugh about. It was intended to be tongue in cheek, but also intended to shed some light on what's real as it pertains to myself as a foreigner living in the Philippines. And I did feel, and I did read a lot of the comments, and it led me to believe that a lot of people understood my reasonings for why I decided, why it was such a big deal for me to leave the Philippines. Okay. So imagine, living in one place for 10 years of your life. You know, it's a place you enjoyed, a place that you basically grew up, and kind of became the person that you are. And now basically you have to leave it all behind. Let's be honest, that shit can be hard for anybody. And I'm not saying that you have to dedicate 10 years of your life in order to get that feeling of what it's like to leave the Philippines, but everyone who has come and stayed a while in the Philippines understands that it can definitely be a magical place, and leaving it behind could absolutely suck. Could really suck leaving it all behind, So not only does it suck, but it can possibly, but you can possibly go through the symptoms of what I like to call withdrawal. And it may not be what you see when a drug addict or an alcoholic goes through withdrawals when they withdraw in order to try to get clean. but it's easy to become irritable and resentful for having to be in a place where you don't feel happy. And in order for people to continue that connection with the Philippines, I've learned this over time, they do online dating or they try to join forums that talk about Philippines, or you can do like I did and basically start a channel. Basically, a lot of people deal with Philippines withdrawal differently. All right. For myself, I'm used to it. I've been there, done that. I've left and come back, left and come back. But like I said, everybody deals with it differently. People join forums. You see the forums out there. Them forums be a little bit iffy for me. But then you have those guys who how do I call it? They have YouTube channels or Facebook groups, or they do online dating or any way to keep that connection to the Philippines, right? So everybody deals with withdrawal differently. You guys see how I'm dealing with it and how I coped with it while I was gone. And like I said, how we deal with it, it'll always be different. I did hate having to leave the Philippines when I did. But now that I'm back, and whenever you're able to come back, you kind of find ways to maximize your enjoyment the best way that you can. And eventually, if I do ever have to leave again, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be plausible, I'm not going to stay here forever, and I'll be better at managing my emotions because of it. I don't think I'm going to cry this time. But for others, I do find that it may not be so easy. But I do have questions for my gentlemen out there on this birthday live stream that I got going on. How do you manage your withdrawal, when you have to go back to your home place? That's my question for you guys tonight. How do you manage your withdrawals when you have to return home to your home country? I mean, I'm not talking about just to the United States, but if you live in Australia, if you live in UK, or wherever you're reporting from in the world tonight, shout your place out. If you're anywhere outside of the US, if you're in Canada, shout out to my boy Pedro. Pedro's from Canada. The first person that comes to mind outside of the US that I know rocks with me. Unless you're a foreigner that's in the Philippines too, y'all fucks with me too. But let me know how you deal with withdrawals whenever you have to leave. Because again, not everybody can. Not everybody's at retirement age, myself included. So everybody deals with things differently. I'm definitely interested to understand how you guys deal with withdrawal symptoms and things of that nature. So with that being said, I see we got 20 in the building, 21 in the building. I appreciate all 20 plus of y'all coming through and showing love to the good doc. The one rule tonight, y'all make sure y'all caress, molest, and de-stress yourself all over that like button. I would highly appreciate that one. This is the doc's live stream, his birthday live stream. So at the very least, do it on his birthday, whether you love me or hate me or whatever it may be. Yeah, and of course, if you guys want to support the channel, you already know what to do. Please feel free to do so. But of course, I'm happy that you come through, spend just a little bit of time. The doc's happy that you come through, spend a little bit of time with him today. Now and then. So I'm gonna spend some time with my people before I go out and enjoy the festivities of the day. My man Reggie Coleman, I appreciate the well wishes. My boy Mr. Wonderful Eddie Jackson, I appreciate y'all. Nigel, appreciate you, brother. My man Channel 19, John Doe, appreciate the love, man. And John, let me answer something because I didn't answer it when I read it because you asked me about the Legazpi trip. To be honest, man, the Legazpi trip is kind of how me and the mean one celebrate our birthdays because my girl's birthday is in the same month as me, a couple days after mine, actually. So we kind of celebrate our birthdays in the same month. So we kind of just did that trip. That's what we do. But yeah, I'm answering it now because I didn't get a chance to respond to it when you wrote the comment in the video. But yeah, that's kind of what the Legazpi trip is all about. Kind of us getting together and celebrating our birthdays together. My man Dewan, Doc's enjoying that bubbly. Hey, everybody know the Doc's drink of choice, right? That Crown Apple. Oh yes, it is on deck tonight, people. It is on deck for y'all evening time, but in the morning time, just a quick shot to get the day going. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all coming through and showing love. Jared, appreciate you coming through. Frederick Mason from the great state. Love you guys for it. My man, NY Mets fan, appreciate you, Tim. Tino, thank you guys. Malcolm, always a pleasure, brother. Good to see you in the building. Mr. Stodiahe, appreciate you coming through, man. Long time no see, man. Sabu in the building. That's what's up. Cedric. Cedric says he'll be coming to the Philippines for a month in December. Never been, and I hope to have withdrawals also. Trust me, I think we all go through it, guys. It's nothing new. It's nothing new, but we definitely enjoy our time. Rain Man, appreciate you being here, man. It is the beer day, ladies and gentlemen. It is the beer day. But like I said, when it comes to withdrawals, like I said, everybody deals with withdrawals differently. You know, I know a lot of guys who really take it hard. But one thing that I don't want you to do, and this is something that we've talked about before, excuse me, but it was only brief. But you may hear about it in other videos about becoming the Western Union poppies and whatnot. Basically, that's just a way of saying don't become the guy that's continuing to send money to a girl that you may have hooked up with or dated casually while you were in the Philippines. Don't go back home and think that you're required or obligated to send money to them girls, because it's not necessary at all. You feel me? Again, even though this is my birthday live stream, guys, I just want to make sure that I drop at least one jewel, one learning lesson that a lot of people could take, even though we have briefly touched on this one in the past. Even if you go through withdrawal stages, I don't think that your connection to the Philippines or the way for you to feel connected to the Philippines has to come at a cost or at an expense. Because I've seen guys go through it, and when it hits them hard. And you hear about it. Shout out to my boy Jay though. Let me talk about my boy Jay real quick, because I don't know if you guys heard his live stream. I'm sorry. I want to say, talk to my boy Jay real quick. Talk about my boy Jay. I'm sorry. I didn't know if you caught that, but yeah, man, a couple of streams ago, man, when he was out hanging out at the club, he said specifically he didn't like being back in the States, and that's the exact feeling that I had. You feel me? The exact feeling that I had. I'm not comfortable in the United States anymore. I love it. It's my place. I love it to death. But it's not my place. You feel me? And like I said, I just feel comfortable with my life in the Philippines. I enjoy it. I can live it differently. I can enjoy it a little bit better. And I think a lot of guys understand that. But for those that do understand it, they try to find ways to get back to it. But for those that, it takes a little bit longer, maybe a more roundabout way, trying to find ways to get off of trying to find ways to find that connection, or trying to find ways to get back. Some people take it in a positive light. Some people kind of take it as if they're a little bit bitter. But I mean, again, the acceptance of knowing that this isn't where you want to be anymore, it'll hit you, and when it hits you the hardest. Trust me, I'm not immune to it. I shared my emotions in the moment that I felt it, because I felt that if I could talk about it, probably other people could talk about it too. Again, ain't nobody gonna judge you for how you feel about about leaving the Philippines. I mean, it's an honest truth. I've had guys email me on their way out telling me, Doc, I know what you mean now from that video. A lot of people have said that shit. They send me emails or like a message just before they're about to hop on the plane, and they explain and express their dismay at the simple fact that they can no longer enjoy their time spent in the Philippines. But it's a live and learn. And I think that once you get a taste of it and you realize that this is going to be a place that you want to frequently visit, or a place that you want to live in eventually, you'll start to put together a plan to get yourself there. Again, Philippines ain't for everybody, man. That's facts. Philippines is not for everybody. Trust me, I know some guys who can't stand it. And it's weird to hear me. It's weird for me to talk to guys who talk about why they hate the Philippines. Because I'm such an advocate for it to an extent, it's interesting to see the counter arguments that are made about why some foreigners shouldn't go to the Philippines. And some of what they say is actually true. But again, if you're like any other foreigner, like myself included, you understand that when it comes to the Philippines, it's a complete adjustment. It's an adjustment. There's a lot that you're going to have to adjust to in the Philippines. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. But some people who don't know it or didn't get the memo, they tend to not know that when you go to a restaurant, your favorite meal is probably going to be sold out or not available. They don't know that when you go to, certain places like to Starbucks or whatever, and you have your mind set on something, that it's not going to be available. They don't know that when you go to these lines, it's going to take you forever and a day to get service in most places because Jesus Christ, man, it's just things move slower in the Philippines. You can't help that. And for those that don't understand it, those are the reasons why they say they hated it. And we talked about it before. If we want to go to the general conclusion, it's basically that they're trying to compare the Philippines to their own home countries. They're comparing it to how services are in their own home countries. And they're realizing that it's slower in the Philippines, that shit takes too much time, that if you want to get shit done at the immigration, you got to get up first thing in the morning at 6 a.m. and make sure you're there before the sun rises just to make sure that you get your stuff taken care of, if you take care of it on your own. You feel me? And it makes people a little bitter. And that's just from services rendered in the country. Yeah, not to mention, John, that if they're not getting none, that just makes them extra irritable. That's facts. That's facts. You know what I mean? A lot of people are super irritable and bitter, especially if they're not able to get any. And that makes the situation even worse. Shout out to Daniel. Appreciate you coming through, bro. Mr. Study, I hear you say so true, doctor. He said I grab the boobies, go to see live music, eat steak, and put my mind in a better place. Hey, well, I hope you don't get arrested for harassment or violating some girl's shit. But again, guys, I love the Philippines, man. I take the good, the bad of it all. I take the stinky shit on the street when I'm walking down the streets in certain areas. I enjoy the Philippines as much as I hate the shit. I enjoy the karaoke. You understand? I got a love-hate relationship with karaoke, bro. I can't front. I can't front. I got a love-hate relationship with karaoke. Because the odd thing is, when I was away, I missed it. I was like, damn, man. That karaoke made me realize where I was. And I thought that was awesome. But when I'm near it, I'm like, man, these motherfuckers need to shut up. But they don't. You know what I mean? So, like I said, my love-hate relationship with the Philippines is definitely going to always remain. I'll accept it for what it is, and I'll accept it for all the bad that it has also. And I think that for any foreigner that comes to the country, for those that hate it, those are the reasons why they say they hate it. But you got to come through with a clean slate and a clear mind. Never compare these places to any place that you'll ever find in any other part of the world. Because again, Philippines is definitely unique. And John, you bring up a great point. You say once you stay about 8 weeks, you're okay with going back to the Philippines. I think the same rules apply for my boy HT Logistics, man. I think that he's the same. Like, he'll stay for a certain amount of time, and once he goes through his genuine activities or what he wants to do, he's good, man. He's good. He no longer wants to he's okay, like you said, happy and content with going home. And that is true for the most part. I mean, a lot of people, the allure wears off after a while. You're like, I've had my fair share of the fun. I've enjoyed myself. Now it's time to get back to business, or it's time for me to get back to what I was doing. And to be honest with you, as a young foreigner, what I've noticed about myself, and I'm not saying that I'm young, like super young, because again, your boys celebrate a birthday. Every year we getting older. But what I've learned about myself as a younger kind of traveler type foreigner that tries to get away as much as he can, I learned that when I'm in a place for a specific amount of time, Philippines, wherever it may be, I get antsy. I'm always trying to find something to keep myself busy. Definitely trying to find something to earn some money. Like, for me, that's my biggest concern. When you're retired, you're not worried about money because you know it's going to come. It's going to be consistent on a monthly basis. But when you're young, your drive to keep working is always in you. And like I said, that's never left me. You feel me? Can't front, guys. I'm always working. Even when I'm offline, even when I'm not doing shit, I'm always working. If it ain't making YouTube videos, if it's not doing my online tutoring, if it's not, putting together some PowerPoints or some shit that I need to take care of, for my stuff back in the US, I'm always doing something. And your ability to take care of certain things while you're away becomes limited. You understand? Because there's only so much you could do while you're away. A lot of what you have to do in country, if that makes sense. A lot of what you do in country is let me take that back. I'm trying to get this right. A lot of what you do, you have to do it while you're in country. So I'm always doing something to keep myself busy. Yep. So it's just the way of life, man. I love it. But back to what we were talking about. Shout out to my boy Mike. See you in the building. Back to what I was saying in reference to Philippines withdrawal. I think a lot of that comes from honestly the the Punan people. I think a lot of the withdrawal comes from the fact that they can't get any while they're back in the United States. If we're gonna break it down to why most people go through the withdrawal phases, it's because there's possibly a huge percentage of a chance that you may not be getting any while you're back in the United States. And if you're not getting any, that is true to the facts that'll be a reason why your average foreigner kind of goes through the stages of withdrawal. It's not as if they're withdrawing from times in the Philippines. They're withdrawing because they can't get them. They're withdrawing from the Punan period. And that's gonna have to subside. You're gonna have to find a way of going about that differently. How you choose to do it is up to you. Bahalaka. But let's be honest, people. Shout out to my boy Raphael Williams. Appreciate you. But that's the truth, man. A lot of guys, when they go through withdrawal, they go through it because of what they cannot get while they are away from the Philippines. Now, some people, such as myself and probably a couple of others, it's not really an issue where you are in the world, whether you get you some or you don't get you some, because you're pretty much, able to adjust yourself accordingly. But for those that don't have the ability or capabilities to adjust accordingly, it could be a little bit difficult, man. I'm just gonna be honest. It could definitely be difficult. Definitely be difficult. As just dried up, used and abused old heads. Leave them alone, Malcolm. Don't go too hard on them, bruh. Right, man, exactly. It is probably the majority about the Punan above all else. Let's admit it, these guys go there for the women 99.9% of the time. That's right. He says nothing else is better in the Philippines versus the US except the women that will go with the older foreigner and oddball foreigners in their own countries. Yes, I have to agree. I do not take that one away from you, my friend. You're right on point with that. Red Lord, what's going on with you, man? He said I got a perfect one. Would prefer to keep her on my side. I think. Let me. This is where things get interesting, though, bruh. This is where things get interesting for me, and I'm just gonna throw this out there at you, okay? Because you say you bring up a point. You say that you have a girl that you want to keep on your side, okay? And I'm just gonna throw that out as a hypothetical. We're gonna generalize this real quick. For any man who is interested in trying to keep a Filipina, not necessarily in check, but in their side, in their corner, how will you expect to be able to do that? Let's just say the relationship's fresh. We're talking probably less than a month, couple weeks that you were there. You want to keep her, you want to keep her around. How do you expect to be able to keep that young lady around when you're gone? Like, what do you think like a foreigner should do to keep that woman in the side pocket while they're gone? That doesn't necessarily require spending money, because you understand that's normally how it has to be, or normally the way that it genuinely plays itself out. It's all about how much you spend on them or whatever. The person with the biggest wallet gets the prize or whatever. You know how you say it. However you say it. How can you keep them in check if you don't have the means to continue to take care of them while you're away, or you're smart enough not to even send money while you're away? How do you plan to keep them in check because of that? Rayman, Pornhub, or X videos. Malcolm says not just the Philippines but other countries. I had the opportunity to go to Fiji, but was in school. I would love to go to Fiji. That sounds pretty deep. John says not getting any in the U.S. Of course, lots of these these guys can't even get any. No, can't even get any in the Philippines. Yeah, you're truly true. That's true. So most of them can't stand it. Most of them can't, even if they tried. Like I said, who comes to the Philippines to jack off? That's sad. I think if you can't get any there, that's the end of the road for you. That's pretty much the end of the road, man. You might as well just stay where you're at and remain miserable. Uh my man Red, what's good with you, man? He says he's Hebrew, but giving you some love on your birthday. You're good, brother. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate that. Some Jehovah's Witnesses too, man. I know some Jehovah's Witnesses that greeted me for my birthday, even though they don't celebrate they don't celebrate any holidays or some shit. So shout out to my people on those other to all of my people from all around the world, man. Appreciate the love, bro. Malcolm says I've seen some Africans there. Some foreigners go there to scam as well as looking for a come up, but I ignore them. Oh yeah, man. Them Africans, they'll get you too, man. No doubt. They try to scam you in the Philippines. How funny is that? They've been successful in scamming Filipinas before. I was like, damn, y'all really good. But some people come to the country for that scamming shit. It's unfortunate, but it happens. You know, what can you do? What can you do? John says, just tell her you will be back and be with her. If she's into you, she will wait. I like that. That's truth. I can fucks with that answer. That's a great answer. Always make sure that she knows you're coming back, and when you say it, you better mean it. Okay, I do want you to mean it when you say it. You can't just run around here telling girls you're gonna be back and not come back. All right. So I see we got 30 watching. You know I'm about to check and see how many likes to dislikes I got. And if I'm disappointed, if y'all ain't even hooking me up, I'm gonna be really sad because y'all playing with the boys' emotion. I got 28 watching and about 18 likes. Y'all playing with me. Y'all don't like me, do you? Y'all just want to hear me talk myself to death, talk myself retarded. But anyways, back to what I was saying until I really interrupted myself. Guys, Philippines withdrawal from the Philippines is definitely a real thing for me. Probably a real thing for a lot of other guys. There's nothing to be ashamed of, nothing to be, you know, there's nothing to really, like I said, there's nothing to be ashamed of. It happens to the best of us. It's happened to me, probably happened to a couple of guys. And I think it happens to a lot of the guys their first time around. I remember when I went to visit the Philippines, my first time when I was a junior in high school. Well, my pops let me go over there just for it was a month, I think. It was during the summer vacation after my junior year, just before my senior year. First time I went to go visit, I did not want to leave. Ironically, I wanted to go back so bad that I went back during Christmas time. I was able to convince my mom or my dad, I can't remember. Can't remember which one. I think my mom did it to pay for me to get to pay for me to get a ticket. I didn't want any gifts. I wanted to go back to the Philippines that bad. That was pretty funny. I remember that specifically. I got back in about June or July and ended up going back around December time. So that lets you further know I was hooked from Jump Street. So that was what my withdrawal symptoms were when I first came through. But you know, and I feel like a lot of guys will probably go through the exact same thing. They'll probably express their feelings a little bit different, but you know, we all go through it differently. We all express our concerns differently. And again, I want to know how you guys deal with it. How do you guys deal with withdrawals from the Philippines? How do you guys deal with trying to keep a woman without sending them money or something so that you can make sure you have something to come back to? Definitely understand. I want to hear what you guys got to say. My man Malcolm says, "Have you seen that new Razor flip phone?" Yeah, damn thing costs $1,500, bro. Since you can miss me with that, I don't even know if they're gonna sell that in the Philippines. I would be intrigued to know. I mean, they're pretty big on your Samsungs. They're pretty big on your iPhones, of course. And a lot of their own personal and they're pretty good with. But I don't think that's gonna come to the Philippines, man. You mean to tell me it's 1,500 out the box when you get it in the U.S.? Imagine what they're gonna try to charge you to get it in the Philippines if you really, really want it. I don't think it's worth it, bro. I don't know if it's worth it, bro. I'm not sure. It looks good, but I don't think it's worth it on the side note. But hell, man, if I could afford it, I'd probably buy it. I just think that my money could go to something else. Maybe I'll get a phone plan or something if I go back to the US and get it. Yeah, it's 1,500 out the box in the US. That's what they said on TV. I was like, man, mm-mm. I don't know, man. I could buy a whole plane ticket with that. That's my thought process, man. That is my process. That is my process. I look at the way I look at the way or I look at what I could have bought with the price of something expensive and be like, yo, I could have bought a whole plane ticket for that. Hell, man, that shit could have lasted me a whole month in the Philippines. That could have just went to bills and regular expenses. That could have bought me an extra month in the country. So when you think about life like that and the way that you plan and budget your money and do things like that, you do start to make better choices, better purchasing decisions. But yeah, man, that damn thing costs about $1,500. I saw it on TV and I was like, bruh, I wanted to believe it was a lie. But then again, when I looked at it and they talked about all of the capabilities and everything that it whatever it is capacity and whatever you're allowed to do with it, what its functions are and whatnot, I realized, yeah, I can see how they would try to charge 1,500 for it. But again, let's be honest, how many people do you know are really gonna pay 1,500 for a Motorola Razor phone, bro? Motorola Razor phones went out of style back when I was in high school, bro. That's what I think about when I think about those Razor phones, man. That shit was like that was high school for me. Remember the Motorola Chirp phones when they had a little chirp thing on there? That's what I think about when I think about Motorola. Like they're trying to reinvent themselves, and that's perfectly fine. But you're in a competition with a iPhone and a Samsung, who are at the top of the food chain and probably will remain there. Just doesn't seem like a solid definite plan, especially when this is their first rollout of something that is as pricey as it is. We're talking about something that costs more than a damn iPhone for some iPhones, not all of them. And yes, that is super pricey. And Mr. Study, hey, you're probably right. It probably is going to cost probably 100K. Maybe even, I'm not gonna say 150, but Philippines like to put some serious taxes on some shit. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that damn thing at 150. That's nonsense. It's crazy. But mm. Okay, Malcolm. See, yeah, you said the new iPhones cost about that much, and you're probably right. Like I said, I don't buy iPhones, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not an iPhone guy. If I get one, I'll get it for free, but I'll never come out of pocket and buy my own iPhone. But it's a fucking iPhone, though. You understand? It's an iPhone. I expect iPhone to be expensive. I don't expect my Motorola Razor phone to cost me $1,500. Can you imagine? Think about it like this. This is the way I think about it. Can you imagine bringing that bitch to a party and people looking at it like, yo, man, that's hot, yo. That's he said, yo, what kind of phone is that? That's my new my Motorola Razor phone. He's like, damn, bro, how much that shit cost? 1,500. People look at you, said, for a Motorola Razor phone? Yeah, no, not having it. So you can't even be cool with the Razor phone. People still gonna clown you. Talk about, oh man, you paid 1,500 for a Motorola phone. Yep, Rain Man, exactly. That little hello moto. Whenever that phone turn on, yeah, Barry, you can miss me with that too. I'm not interested. Shout out to my boy Charlie Sullivan. Chaz, I did see you greet me earlier, brother. I missed your comment. I'm sorry, brother. But thank you for the greet. And yes, there is no phone worth no $1,500. Dude, my latest phone cost me $250. That's it. It cost me about 10 grand. What's that? About 12. I'm sorry. Something to that effect, about 12,000. Malcolm said he's thinking about getting another Nokia phone. Hey, I like Nokia. I have nothing bad to say about Nokia. Them Nokia joints, I'm sorry. Nokia is about as durable and dependable as they come when it comes to cell phones, guys. No cap. I'm sorry. I dropped my Nokia phone 100 times, stepped on it, kicked it, threw it against the wall a couple times. Yeah, the battery came out, but I put that bitch back together and it was show turn on. So, oh yes. Oh yes, oh yes. That's how we do. If you're an Apple fan, keep it pushing, man. I'm not mad at you for your choices in life. I'm not gonna judge you, but I'm sorry, man. I'm big on my Samsungs for sure. Rayman says Motorola and Nokia were the top dogs in the 90s and early 2000s, but now are on the low end. Oh yeah, and they're still making phones, which makes it extremely interesting. Like, damn, y'all still make phones? It's the truth. When I see Nokia come out with a new phone, I'm like, damn, y'all still trying? I laugh at it though, for real. I be laughing. I be like, damn, they still try to make phones. They're still trying to compete. I'm like, bro, you could have, you know, you could try something else. You know, I'm not a big Nokia guy anymore, but I would still buy one. If I needed a throwaway phone, no doubt in my mind, I would buy a Nokia drop phone. If I needed a drop phone, one that I could have and get rid of as soon as possible, first phone I'm getting is a Nokia joint. I would not buy any of those Androids locally made. Those local phones, they don't. I can't vibe with those. That Cloud phone, that Cherry Mobile, the other brands they got, I don't like them. They suck. Okay, just gonna be honest, they suck. For a drop phone, I guess if you're looking for something for less than a couple of months, you're good. But no cap, man. If I need a drop phone, I'm gonna go to a secondhand store. I actually might buy it firsthand because they got it for like 700 pesos, I think. 700, 500 to 700 pesos. You could get you a Nokia drink, just enough for you to slide your SIM in and, text message. If I needed a drop phone to get rid of real quick, that's where I'm going. I'm definitely going. That's where Nokia comes in very, very handy, if you ask me. Mm. Malcolm says you might get away with cheating with those phones as hard as it is to text with them things. Don't you hate? Don't hate. Don't you hate? I love Nokia joints, bro. I'm sorry. I'm all over Nokia. Only when it comes to my drop phone. I'm a Samsung guy, loyal if I need a smartphone. But no cap. If I need a drop phone, I'm definitely going Nokia. No doubt. There is no better branded phone in the Philippines than Nokia when it comes to durability drop phones. I don't see anyone that can come up better than that. My man says he's buying older Apple phones for 2,000 on Shopee, and it's good enough for him. Hey, man, like I said, if you need a drop phone or refurbished, okay, yeah. He said iPhone 4S's returns for like 900 online. I never looked at an old iPhone like that, but yeah, it's not a bad idea. If I really wanted to try iPhone, I could just go online and buy an older one. Like, what's the new one? What's the new one? Is it 10 or 11 that they got iPhones for? I would probably go for like an 8, maybe a 7. See what where they're priced at right now, and I'll be good. mm. Uh-oh, John, she's trying to switch the game up on you, bruh. She tried to switch the game up on you with that one, but hey, they all try you. I'm sorry. We can make those pledges at the beginning of a relationship, but once you put in some time, everybody always wants just a little extra. Trust me, I know. I mean, I hell, man, it would iPhone 11. Okay, so it's the 11, right? So I would try to look for like an iPhone 4, not a 4S, because I had one of those before. Them things were like heavy, like bricks. But I would definitely go for like a 7 or 8 if I was gonna look for an old drop phone for that one. It'll probably work that way. Mr. 38, hey, there is nothing wrong with being Karipot. That is that you have to live and die by your code. If you are Mr. Karipot or if you are cheap in any way, shape, or form, you live by that code and you die by that code. Because that is the only code that's gonna save your ass when push comes to shove. And it comes between you and your money and parting with it for some chick. Yeah, that's all you got. Mm, mm-mm. But as I said, gentlemen, as it pertains to Philippines withdrawal, we all go through it differently. Damn, the 11 is still 60 to 90. So I reckon an 8 is probably in its 20s by now. You might be able to get an A for like 20. I don't think I want to do that. That's still too much. Anyway, but like I said, as it pertains to Philippines withdrawal, ladies and gentlemen, everybody goes through it differently. I know what I went through, and I'm pretty sure I can get a general idea about what everybody else went through. But like I said, we can all adjust differently, and it's a learning lesson. I mean, I just want you to know, if this is your first time to the Philippines, most definitely prepare yourself for your feelings after you leave. That's all I could tell you. If you if you just prepare yourself for the feeling that you're gonna get when you make it back home. You see, when I come to the Philippines, right? Is it Andrea? Appreciate it. I think that's Andrea or Andrea. I'm sorry. Make sure I get that right. Thank you for the birthday wish. But wishes. Um, but as I said, everybody deals with it differently. If you have nothing to come back to when you when you leave the Philippines, you got it rough. And I was about to say, like my boy HT. Like I said, he got a young lady in the Philippines, and when I'm back in the States, my young lady may be in the Philippines too. But he's got something to keep him busy. He's on the road a lot. He's hustling. He making money, driving his trucks. That's what he do. That's his bread and butter. That's what he knows, and that's what he continues to do. But if you have nothing to come back to and you have nothing to do, that's when shit get a little iffy. I think your name is Oh No. Appreciate that. I see you guys were having a conversation. I didn't want to disturb. But yeah. Anyways, as I was saying, if you don't have nothing to go back to or nothing to keep you busy when you get back home, oh, it's gonna eat you up. It's gonna eat you alive. I've seen it. I've seen it brutalize people. I've seen it brutalize people, and it'll break you if you're not ready for it. I guarantee you, it'll break you. But yeah, guys, I see we got 28 watching. I appreciate all 28 of y'all coming through and showing love to the good doc. Appreciate y'all coming through. Y'all make sure y'all caress, molest, and distress yourself. I love that like button. And once it needs it, most definitely has to have it. Is it Andrea? Andrea, I gotta get your name right. But all the way from Singapore. I hope Singapore is treating you well. Shout out to all my Scorpios in the building. Y'all know Doc Scorpio all day long, all day, every day. It's my favorite zodiac sign. It's my only one. But facts though. Oh shit. You can get an iPhone 7S for 5K. I'm all over that. But anyways, I might buy that shit for my birthday. Might just splurge. Not. But we'll figure it out. Like I was saying, everybody deals with it differently. But if you have nothing waiting for you or nothing to keep you busy or occupied when you come back home, you're gonna be in trouble. You're gonna be in trouble. Super trouble. Super trouble. super trouble. Because you're not gonna know how to act. You're gonna become super different. The Philippines will change you, nonetheless. I will tell you. Excuse me, Jesus Christ, it will change you. Malcolm, I'm the same, bro. I'm pretty antisocial when I'm back in the U.S. too. I stay at home. Did I pronounce it right the first time or the second time? Is it Andrea or Andrea? Andrea. Just tell me one or two so I know, Andrea or Andrea. Yeah, you can press one or two. That's all you need to do so I can see which one I got right. Malcolm, I'm the same, brother. Super antisocial, man. I don't care to hang around a lot of people. Where I am, I got family, so I'm pretty good with that. And besides, man, it keeps me out of trouble, guys. Yes, that's the truth, man. The shit just keeps me out of trouble. I'm not gonna lie. I like hanging around family when I'm back in the States because it keeps me out of trouble. It keeps my head focused. It keeps my head in the game. I'm not worried about all this extra shit. I'm not worried about this, that, and the other. Or, I don't have my head on the swivel, kind of got my head, steadfast, focused on what I'm trying to do and accomplish in reference to my financial means, in reference to making sure that, me and my young lady are good and, things like that, making sure I get my stuff together to make sure that I'm straight. Andrea, it is. Okay. Yeah. But anyways, like I was saying, everybody's different. And that's kind of how I handle it when I'm back. Just not everybody is the same. So Frederick says still in the planning stages, Doc. I hate to think about the withdrawal. I know it's gonna be hard. Frederick, man, let's get there first and then we'll worry about the withdrawal. It'll happen when it happens, but yeah, I think it'd be all right. Y'all gotta be careful when y'all be in everybody else's chat. You know how hard people go for their own. But facts though. Man. But thank you guys. I appreciate the birthday wishes, man. I appreciate you guys showing the doc some love. It's well appreciated. You guys don't know what it means. Like I said, man, as long as I can spend some time with my people, I'm pretty happy about that. But there is only one rule today. That rule is likes up, people. I see we're 27 and 27. Kind of funny and ironic, but yes, we are 27 likes, 27 watching. That's pretty cool. And shout out to my people who greeted me in email. I know my boy Eddie Jackson hit me up earlier. And then my boy shit, I can't remember. Give me a second. I'll tell you in a split second who hit me up. Because he hit me up because he didn't think that he was gonna make the live anyways. But John Bryan. Yeah, appreciate that. Like I said, man, those that hooked me up, thank you for that. Oh man, I'm old as hell, man. I don't tell people my age, bro. I'm good. I'm good. A lot of people already know because I've said it like in a live stream before, but I don't like talking about my age too much. I'm old. I just tell people I'm old. That's about as good as it gets, bro. That's about as good. Hey, shit. Hey, wait a minute. That better not, bro. Raphael, man, I appreciate that. Shit, that would be dope if I was 50. But I appreciate the love, family. Yo, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's going to buy me a lot of Jolly Bee and a lot of Red Horse. Okay. Not going to front, bro. Not going to front. I appreciate the love, dude. You have no idea. I appreciate you. Bruh. Damn. Hey, Alaska Whiskey, what's going on, family? Appreciate y'all coming through and showing love, man. Like I said, 28 watching. I'm telling you, man, that's gonna buy your boy a lot of Jollibee this month. That's gonna be my Jollibee budget. They don't really have a lot of Crown Apple out here. That really blows my mind, but it's all good. Somebody sent me a care package, so I'm straight. But anyways, guys, if you guys have anything that you want to talk about, any question that you want to ask, you can ask it. I kind of feel like I've stressed the topic good enough. Alaska Whiskey, man, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. When the content will always come. But if you guys have questions or anything that you want to ask me, ask it while I'm in the mood because I don't want to cut the stream yet. I don't want to do that because it's still my birthday live stream. I still got some time, so I want to be able to kick it with you guys while I can. So if you have any questions or anything you want to ask the good doc, ask me. Go ahead. I don't care how fucking crazy or left field this is. I want to know what you guys want to ask. Just at the good doc and let me know what's on your mind, and I'll be glad to answer it. All right. But yeah, Philippines withdrawal, guys, it's real. I want you to understand. Hank, appreciate it, man. I want you guys to understand this shit is for real, for real. Because a lot of people kind of think I'm joking about it, like it's just something that people go through. No, motherfucker, this shit is for real, for real. I've known, like I said, I've known people who have had dramatic effects because of lack of, time spent in the Philippines, or because of the way that, shit, how can I say this? Because of, what they experienced in the Philippines and, what it did to them when they came back and stuff like that. So, oh, you guys are talking about somebody else. I'm good. Never mind. That ain't got nothing to do with me. But facts to guys. Facts. Y'all all over the place tonight, man. But yeah, I'm gonna try to stick to the topic. I'm just trying to figure out if there's any questions that need to be asked. Malcolm says he wants to know if he's gonna get any bullets in his ass when he returns. I think you're safe, bro. I don't think that they're after us. I don't think we're not on anybody's radar right now. As a matter of fact, I think we're golden, man, if you ask me. I've never had a gun pointed at me, or I've never had anybody threaten me. I've never had anything like that. So I don't think that's something that we normally have to deal with on a regular basis. But mm. Eddie Jackson, great question. All right, goals. Get 2 or 3 goals that I'm gonna do for the year 2020. Here's my top priority. All right, here's the top priority. My first goal for 2020 is to at least show, view, or visit at least a new place every year. Like I said, Philippines is always going to be a standard for myself, whether I go back to the United States or not. But every year, I want to at least go to one new place. That's at minimum. I'm going to try to go to at least and visit and record and YouTube or whatever you want to call it. At least one new place every year. Every year, it's going to be at least one. Like I said, I ain't balling like that. Your boy's on a budget. But at least one new place every year. It may not be in Southeast Asia. It may be somewhere else. It may be somewhere. I may go to the DR, or I may go to Colombia, or I may want to go to Brazil or someplace like that. I might just want to touch down in Jamaica. Might want to check out Puerto Rico. And cake, at least one new place every year. That's my goal. That's my first one. The second goal of 2020. Shit, man. I guess I gotta say get my paper up, man. That's always a goal, and that's always the way it's gonna be. I gotta definitely try to get my. That's it. I think that's pretty much my 2 goals. I could give you number 3. I just can't think of the third one off the top of my head. But yeah. Melvin says I came over there. Said came back to Seattle, never touched an American girl again. Bruh. Yo, no cap. I'm with you on that one. That's kind of funny, but that's truthful. Once you've been with and you've had your fair share of, I don't think American women will do it for your average after that. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't think American women do it for these guys. After they've experienced time with Filipinos, we've talked about it. It doesn't change. But once you've experienced that time with Filipino women or foreign women in general, you kind of just say, I'm good. I don't want American women no more. It's true. Shout out to my boy Trent Knight, big Duke fan in the building. Boo. But we love you, bro. The 411 is Doc celebrating his birthday, man. Just spending some time with you guys, answering questions now. The topic, we've already been there. We've already touched on it. I want to know what else we could talk about, okay? I don't know who's hooked on hookers. I'm sorry. Red said that he says I hated being back in the US for years. He said I'm hooked on the PI. Oh, you said John was talking to you. I'm sorry. Malcolm, Fiji actually sounds pretty dope. That sounds like a dope spot, bro. I'm with you. John, let me tell you the truth, bro. John, let me tell you the truth. I don't ask permission. I just ask forgiveness. That's the best way for me to tell you, man. I'm not going to ask any permission. I'm just going to go and say, well, yeah, I went here. Yeah, that's the only way I can work that one. I'm going to get scolded. I mean, what do you expect? I mean, you don't expect to just be able to get away with that shit. Yeah, I don't expect to get away with any of it. No arguments needed. I'll just apologize and say, my bad. I just wanted to go. But she's the type of person, she wants to go with me wherever I go. Should I be surprised? Nah. But I'm happy, man. At least from my perspective, and maybe other people will see it differently, at least she cares. And she just wants to know where. Sometimes she don't even give a fuck. John, hey, look, you know what's funny? A lot of people give me shit for that. A lot of people, you're not the only one. A lot of people give me shit because I'm not afraid to say my bad or I'm sorry. You know what? Fuck it. I like saying it. You want to know why? Because it keeps me out of trouble, man. I can't help it. How I say it and what I do with it is, the way that it's going to be. And yes, you might call me a professional apologizer. So be it. Hey, all I know is this. I'd rather ask forgiveness than to ask for permission. But I mean, when I'm traveling, she's the type of person, she wants to be able to enjoy and experience those places with me too. So what can I do with it? What can I say? What can I do? When your hands are tied, man, when your hands are tied. Shout out to my boy Quentin Willis. What's good with you? Malcolm, yeah, your boy is bi. He came out as bisexual. Ain't that bad a bitch? Yeah. Trent, appreciate the love, man. More blessings to you too, my friend. But yeah, Malcolm, yeah, the boy bisexual. He came out as that shit. You could have seen it in him though. He looked a little flexible when I first saw him, but it's all good though. I mean, he makes fantastic content for YouTube, man. I wouldn't say Western style. I just know that shit. It's just truth, man. I don't mind. Thing is, like I said, shit. What I mean, what the fuck? Like, see, I'm kind of like this, guys. I'll be honest with you. And this is truth, man. And this is just a brutal, honest assessment of myself and a brutally honest assessment of my life. 99.9% of the times when me and my young lady disagree, it's probably my fault. And I'm truthful with it. She knows it and I know it. That's why I be like, yo, fuck it. My bad. I'm sorry. I don't mind it. And I'll tell you the truth. Like when I be late and shit, like when I be like when we say we're gonna meet up at a certain time and I show up 30 minutes late, kinda ain't got no choice because she huffing and puffing and looking at your boy sideways, but you know, I don't mind it. I fucked up. I'm willing to accept that I fucked up. So that's kind of how I look at it. And I ain't afraid to say I'm sorry. Just never been. Never been the one. Leave that man alone. Let him live his truth. I knew the boy was flexible, but I mean, hey, to each their own, man. Who am I to get in the way of shit? Did anybody ever see him with the girl on his channel though? I mean, let's be honest. Did anybody ever see him with a girlfriend on the channel? Because I never did. I didn't see it. I didn't. I mean, I'm not on this shit that hard, but like most of the stuff he did was like comedy sketches and stuff like that. He did vlogs every now and again. But did anybody ever catch him with like a girlfriend on his channel? Oh, it's a serious double standard, Ray, man. You're 100% correct. There is no such thing in most people's eyes as a guy that is bi. That shit just don't exist. It don't exist. Ah, John, I feel you, brother. I'm not against your morals and the way you go about life. I get you. I know what you mean. Hey, I'm with you, man. A man should never have to apologize if he's tricking and spending that on if he's the one putting his money for it. It is a hell of a double standard, though, man. I want to know if somebody ever seen that man with a girlfriend. That's my truth. That's what I want to know because I think you can only claim that you go both ways if you've been seen with girls and guys. I don't think you can claim you've been both ways that you go both ways and nobody's ever seen you with a chick before. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Malcolm says, "Do you feel like the U.S. is a good or a bad influence on the rest of the world?" Mm. Wow. The U.S. overall, the U.S. in general, ironically, it's weird for me to say this, but I think that the US at this particular moment in time only, I think that the rest of the world is looking at the US like we're a joke. Like they don't put no spec on our name. You understand? They give us no respect. I feel like if we want to drop bombs on people to get that respect back, that's the way you got to do it. But for the most part, I don't think they respect us anymore. They damn sure don't fear us. I think they realize that all these other countries financially got the U.S. tied tied up, bro. Let's keep it real, and that definitely, something to talk about. I'm not on this chat political. I'm not. I'm not. That's not what we do over here. But that's the way I see it. Raymond, yes, you can say that girls who like girls are definitely sexy, but there's probably I've never honestly, here's the truth, and you're right, Raymond, it is a double standard, and this is the truth. I will say it from the bottom of my heart because I've heard girls tell me this before. A guy like you and me will sit there and look at women and we'll be like, hey, Oh, guys, I'm sorry. Nope, it's not the internet. I'm good. Nah, I turned off. I turned off my thing. I was talking to somebody. My bad. No, it wasn't the meme one. Y'all funny. Anyways, back to what I was saying until I had to stop myself. My apologies, guys. Uh, if you talk to guys like you and me, it's truth. There is nothing wrong, and there's probably nothing sexier than a girl that is bi or a girl that likes girls, right? Nothing sexier. But now here's the bummer in my lifetime heard of any girl say that she finds a guy that likes another guy sexy. Never came across any girl like that, okay? So I want you to note that shit. Okay, just note that. Yeah, I was not apologizing. Y'all got me fucked up. I can't have a conversation with nobody with my mic off without everybody jumping the gun. Who's Trevor finally had a kid with this lady in the Philippines? Who's Trevor? Malcolm, who's Trevor? My bad, bro. I have no idea who Trevor is. You got to tell me who that is. If a girl tells you she's bi, but she still wants to get with you, that's a turn on. True. Bi girls and threesomes are material. I did not get caught, people. Y'all got me fucked up, man. My internet's acting up, guys. Hold on. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to get all the shit. Give me a second, guys. Yes, you can call me up. Yes, Doc. My mic's all whipped. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, whatever. Shit. She turned off my stream. Y'all got me bugging. Y'all got me fucked up. Anyways, he said if a girl tells you, okay, I'm back. I got to get this comment set up. No, my girlfriend didn't catch me. As a matter of fact, she's fine. Matter of fact, she's asleep. Let's be honest. About this time, she's asleep. Hi. Soy, what's good with you, man? Appreciate the birthday. Wishes, man. Appreciate that. Y'all funny, man. Y'all over here making me look real bad right now. Y'all got me fucked up, but it's all good. I still love y'all. Danny, what's good with you, bro? Appreciate you coming through. I gotta read comments. My shit is fucked up, guys. Mr. Wonderful, appreciate the birthday wish. Malcolm says, speaking of ladies, I seen some muscular ladies last time with foreigners. She was stacked. Oh yeah, man. I kind of like girls who no cap, man. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like girls who work out. And I kind of feel like girls that are taller than me, I just want to chop that tree down just a little bit. It's kind of been my thing. I'm good. Ah. Trent, y'all bugging, man. Y'all say what is on your mind. I'm with you. I'm just trying to keep up with the chat because my shit's coming through late. So I don't know why. Why oh, you meant he said Trav. Oh, you meant Travis. Ah. Oh, okay. I was like, who's Trevor? I swear to God, Malcolm, I did not know Trevor. I was like, who's Trevor? I thought you talking about Trevor Noah or some shit. But yeah, man. Raphael, man, appreciate you coming through, man. Appreciate the love, bro. Guys, I'm gonna probably go ahead and close this one out too, man. A lot of people seem to be getting their girls pregnant nowadays, man. I guess that's the new wave. Unfortunately, Doc can't get with that wave, man. I'm too selfish. I want too much for myself, so it is what it is, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. It's time for everybody to get their shout outs that I can remember that came through. Unfortunately, I can't scroll all the way back to the top, but first and foremost, thank everybody who came through and showed some love. Everybody who gave the good doc a birthday wish. All you had to do was say, "Yo, doc, appreciate you everything that you do. Great birthday, man. Have a great one. It's all good." That's all I need from y'all, and I'm happy with that. Appreciate my boy Alaskan Whiskey and of course my man Raphael for putting a little bit on the good doc's books. John, it ain't nothing like that, bro. I'm just tired of talking. Mike, hold on. Yeah, I need to get back to apologizing real quick. I gotta make a whole song about apologizing. There is some apology songs that I could put on the background. Oh yeah, man, we're gonna take a shot of the crown, man. That crown apple's awesome, man. Let me go ahead and shout my people out real quick before I shut it down. Um, my boy, Mr. Wonderful, man. Much love to you, brother. Thank you for being here, John. As always, trying to make me look bad, but it's all good. Malcolm, much love to you, Richard. I live at North Edsa, and my girlfriend is okay. She goes both ways, and she's up for the three-way, no doubt. But we have different preferences on what an extra girl should look like. Now that's funny, Richard. That's funny. Richard, before I leave, while I'm going through this, tell me what your preferences are and tell me what your girl's preference is. This I gotta hear. I've got to hear this much. Okay, before I leave, just entertain me for my birthday. All right, let me get my shout outs, and when I make it back, I'm gonna read your comment. Like I said, shout out to my boy Raphael, man. Much love to you guys. Rain Man, appreciate you. Trent Knight, my boy Danny Gordon. I love you guys for being here. Thank you for spending time with the doc. Red, appreciate you being here. My boy Soy, call you Soy B. Because I cannot pronounce that last name, brother. But thank you for being here. Shit. Let me get through this real quick. I might miss some names. Oh no. Appreciate you. Quint Willis. Always a pleasure, brother. If I miss your name, leave it down at the bottom. Melvin, always a pleasure. Shout out to the Scorpio crew in the building. Hank, appreciate you being here, Mr. Study. Appreciate you. Alaskan Whiskey Man. Alaskan Whiskey, thank you for the love. Shit, this is gonna take a minute. Let me run through. I know I got my man Trent Knight. I gotta make sure that I didn't miss anybody because this thing is really slow. Andrea, she gonna be pissed because I said her name all wrong. Thank you for coming through and thank you for the well wishes. To be honest with you, my girl don't even listen to my shows, man. That shit's funny. She don't listen. She may come through every now and again, but she don't listen to my shows. That's the funny part. Eddie Jackson, much love to you, bro. She don't have time to sit through an hour-long live stream just to hear me talk shit. Who else we got in the building? Shit, anybody new? My boy Frederick Mason, appreciate you. If I miss your name, leave it down at the bottom. I got you. Shit, it's a lot of people. Shit, I can't even scroll all the way back to the top. My bad, guys. But for anybody who came through that didn't get their shout out, leave it down at the bottom, and I'll make sure I take care of it. Cause I'm late, bro. My bad. Let me read these comments. Oh man, I've already got that. Oh, that's already a video that's made for the masterclass, bro. It's already there. It's in the extras section. This just in case those guys need a hint on how to say they're sorry. I got them. Don't worry about it. Malcolm, I'm gonna take some shots, man. I'm gonna take some shots. That red horse hit hard though, bro. But we're gonna get in the spirit, man. It is the holiday spirit. Filipinos don't do Thanksgiving, so we're gonna have to figure that out. We'll figure out how that works. Richard says she wants a girl with boobs from Atlanta, prefer a big. Okay. He said, I'm lucky she only likes girly girls, but she wants them to have boobs. Well, what? You don't like girls with boobs, man? What the fuck, man? How is that a problem? You make that sound like it's a bad thing. I mean, I admire a girl who's top heavy myself. I mean, everybody has a preference, but yeah. Extra means extra pound. Shit. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it out, but yeah. Frederick, man, appreciate the love, man. Dewan, appreciate you being here, brother. I couldn't scroll all the way back to the top, so I missed it. Malcolm, let's not talk about the wild things that these girls are into because it comes at a cost, man. Sometimes these girls Hey man, I wrote a story in the Booty Loot Chronicles, bruh. Talk about how crazy these girls can get. We just gonna leave it at that. Eddie Jackson, man, Tim H, appreciate you guys enjoying the live stream. You guys have been an awesome group. Doc's got to go ahead and enjoy the rest of his day. Let's go do some shit. Go politic and rub shoulders with some people. Some people who want to go out for the birthday. You know how that goes. Ironically, everybody knows in the Philippines that normally it is the person who celebrates their birthday. That's the person who treats everybody else normally in the Philippines. But luckily, I surrounded myself with people who are happy to treat you on your birthday. You understand? They know that it's kind of a switch, with the foreigner. Instead of one person paying for like three or four or five people, normally the five people would say make sure that one person's taken care of. So yeah, I'm good, man. We're gonna have a great day today. No doubt in my mind. No doubt. Raymond says Richard does not want competition from a butch girl because she might bust out a footlock strap boy. And you can't compete with that. I don't know how many people can compete with a footlong, my brother. I don't know how many people can do that. Look, man, it's funny though. Y'all gotta let me go. But anyways, it is truth, man. Everybody hears girl on girl or bisexual this and all that stuff. They get excited, but in most cases, the majority of the cases, you got one manly chick and then you got the girly girl. Now you gotta pick your poison, man. You gotta realize how bad you really, really want it. Because if you got a girl coming through with that short haircut, don't get me wrong, the short haircut looks good on a lot of girls, just not on all girls. But she come through with that short haircut, coming through looking like really, really manly with the voice, and trying her best to be a dude. I don't know how many guys I know. I don't know how many of us will be able to get it up for a situation like that. I mean, how can I enjoy getting that when she's trying to dominate me? You know what I'm saying? Shit don't work, bro. uh yes, it is my turn for a blowout. Somebody's gonna be blowing something tonight. Anywho, love, man. I appreciate y'all being here. Richard, I see that comment you retracted, bro. It showed up, man. Yeah, don't sleep on your stomach tonight, though. You're right. Just don't. Somebody go come get that ass. Somebody go come take it. They ain't even gonna ask permission, man. They just go take it. What you gonna do then? Shit. You gotta be careful, man. Gotta pick your poison, man. That's all I'm gonna tell you. You gotta pick your poison. Cause you may be into that lifestyle, but if they both ain't got feminine aspects and feminine traits about them, you in trouble. Mm. Malcolm, I don't know if I could pull it off either, man. I don't know. I look. I'll be honest with you, man. Die one at a time, baby. One at a time. That's it. That's it for me. I can't go out there and hurt myself, man. Y'all bugging. Rain, man, appreciate the love, man. I'm gonna turn up, man. I'm gonna have some fun. Got a kid confused like why I got two moms and a dad. Malcolm, you stupid. They better make sure they don't bring. They better make sure they don't expose their kid to that. Because can you imagine your kid going to school thinking that that's normal? He go there and talk about, well, my dad, I got a daddy and I got two mommies. I'm like, oh, so you got a mom and a stepmom? Like, no, I just got two. I just got two mommies. I just got two mommies. Rain, man, you know I'm old, bro. I'm not gonna divulge that information. Y'all should know by now. I just don't feel like saying it because y'all gonna make me realize just how old I am, and I'm not ready to face it yet. But I'll be all right. 32, bro. 32. Malcolm says, I think my worst nightmare is a Filipina lady who will talk your ear off. Oh yeah, man. You want to turn a dude off, talk too much. Like, so you might have to find something to, you know, even that conversation out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I might come on tomorrow, give you guys a quick show if I can. If I can't make it, I definitely got some videos scheduled for Sunday Eastern Standard Time about 8 a.m. I got some shit coming, man. Nah, Ray, man, your boy just turned 32. That's it. That's truth. Born in 1987, baby. 1987. I'm an 80s baby. And look, man. I'm gonna try to enjoy my 30s, man. Them dirty 30s, bro. I'm really gonna try to throw. I'm trying to enjoy that as much as I can. Cause I kind of feel like when I hit 40, man, I really gotta like do some shit. Oh man, Richard, I wish that I was half of what you had. I wish I was retired at 32. I'm just not. I'm unfortunately, yeah, do a little bit more work, grind it out. But I'm glad that I am able to enjoy at least my trips when I'm allowed to get them. When I'm allowed to get them in, I enjoy them to the best of my ability and to the fullest. All right. Again, guys, thank you for being here on the Good Docs live stream. You could have been anywhere. Get a like up for the doc. That's all I would ever ask of you guys. If you guys want to support, for those that did support, thank you guys. You guys are awesome. Great group of people. I love you, dudes. You guys are the best group humanly possible. You know that. You know that. Raymond said he was in high school in '87. Damn. But look, man, there's nothing wrong with it. John, appreciate the love, man. Richard, you can't be telling everybody my secrets now. Because kind of what people wish that they did in their 30s, I kind of feel like I might be trying to accomplish that. But we're not going to go there. Malcolm, man, the 30s is awesome, man. Everybody thinks you're supposed to be scared of the dirty 30s, man. That shit's actually not that bad. I enjoy it. It's just another year on earth, man. And you got to be blessed. You're not old, bro. 30 is a good decade to balance love and money. Eddie Jackson, I'm gonna take that 10 years and I'm gonna work on it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I know you guys are restless. I know you got shit to do. So Doc's gonna go ahead and call it. Love you guys. I appreciate you being here. It has been fun. Definitely been real. But of course, the good Doc is happy that you come through. Spend a little bit of time with him today. All right. So with that being said, the good Doc is officially out. At least nako paalam, which means I am going now. Bye bye. As always, love you guys. Mahal kita. Mabuhay. Peace.